Hey everyone, Ted Wyman here at McMahon Stadium in Calgary, the home of the 107th Grey Cup. I'm with Paul Friesen, and it is a big week for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, no doubt. It was a big night for one member of the Blue Bombers on Thursday when Willie Jefferson was named the most outstanding defensive player in the CFL. Certainly an honor that he appreciated after the amount of work that he put in to come over to the Bombers and be a dominant player.
And was he ever dominant? I mean, we kind of knew what we were getting in the freak of nature, as everybody likes to call him, but he came through. He delivered as promised. And beating Simone Lawrence out for the most outstanding defensive player, that's one for the Bombers over Hamilton this week, but the other two didn't quite go that way, did they? So it's 2-1 Ticats right now.
It's true, and it was a very big night for the Tiger Cats. Brandon Banks was named the most outstanding player, and he's obviously going to be a huge factor in this game against the Bombers on Sunday. But Chris Van Zyl, the great Canadian tackle, was able to beat out Stanley Bryant, ending his 2-year reign as the most outstanding offensive lineman in the CFL.
There, right?
Bit of a surprise. I certainly voted for Stanley. I thought he was the one that he was going to do it and become the first ever to win 3 in a row, but that will have to wait for him. And Mike Miller loses out to Frankie Williams of the Tiger Cats as the most outstanding special teams player. But, Hamilton's a great team. They're 15-3 for a reason. They had a lot of good players, and they were recognized in the awards.
And let's face it, the Bombers won't care about any of that if it goes their way on Sunday, right? That's the big battle, and it's got nothing to do with the vote. That's sheer will and strategy on the field. And I'm looking forward to this game like I haven't for a Grey Cup in a long time, partly because it's the team we cover all the time and the drought stories and all that, but I just think it's a really good matchup, too, between, a grinded-out team that can throw and pass now, and a Hamilton team that kind of does it all. I mean, I guess 15-3 does tell you everything you need to know about them. That dynamic offense, really good defense too, and special teams. So Bombers aren't admitting they're an underdog, but I would say they're a 3-point underdog going into Sunday.
Well, we can't show it to you. It's in the other direction, but the Blue Bombers are practicing their last practice before the Grey Cup game, and you do get the sense that they are a confident team. You get the sense that the coming here and being out of their routines hasn't affected them too much, that they've handled it well. Mike O'Shea said the players have just been all business, handled the focus, and even though most of these guys have never been to a Grey Cup, they seem to be dealing with it well. We will find out, of course, more in how they play on Sunday. But my expectation is that this team has already won 2 games on the road, and they're going to be a tough out for Hamilton no matter how good the Tiger Cats are.
Oh, they're going to be a tough out. It's just the way they're built. And I don't know if people can see the weather today. It's a gorgeous day here in Calgary, and I think more of the same expected. So that's not going to be a factor. I think the Bombers wouldn't mind more of a mutter game with some snow or some cold, the way they play. But it's going to be, I don't know, I heard someone predict the track meet. Points in the high 30s. I think it was actually Milt Stiegel who said that. So I don't know if I buy that. I still think it's a grinded out Grey Cup with scores in the 20s. So what do you think?
I don't think the Bombers win if it's a track meet because
I agree.
The Hamilton just doesn't give up that many points. I just don't see that happening. Winnipeg's going to have to beat them with their defense and with their running game and their time of possession. I think that's the only way they're going to get it done. But, of course, we will see. You never know what's going to happen until they play the game. At the 107th Grey Cup at McMahon Stadium in Calgary, Paul Friesen, I'm Ted Wyman.